Hi, Billie Jenkins here. So it is March 10th. We have Maya and Carol. Their due date was today, and since they're so big, I thought that they could have went yesterday, but it's been a waiting game. But I tell you, we had my daughter, she came over yesterday and brought her female because her temperature had dropped. Remember we had Todd bred with her Australian Labradoodle. She started pushing about 11 o'clock at night. About 11:45 she had her first baby, and then I think it was about 4:30 when she had her last one. So she had 5. Everything went super smooth. They're beautiful and healthy. So take a look at her page. Up here is the information link for her, so click on that and check out her page. But now we're just on the wait for Maya and Carol, and even Olivia. So I took her temperature today too, and it's kind of dropped a little, but not much. But even Maya's and Carol's, they're just staying in the same spot. So watch, we'll probably have puppies starting with all 3 of them tomorrow or the next day. Again, it's March 10th. Carol and Maya, their expected due date was today, but like I said, they're so big. I thought they could have went yesterday, but it's nature, so we'll see. I was going through some of our stuff, and I thought I'd just pop on and show everybody what we're doing. So let me grab it for you. So here's all these paperwork, like all these papers. So this is for 1 litter that we print out, we put on a clipboard, and this is specifically for each litter. So it's like when we go through and do stuff every day, we just check it off and then put it right down on, I haven't hung them on the front of the kennels yet, but I'm gonna do that. Since we have 3 right now, so just keep them individual right on the kennels, see things we need to do. So this front page is, of course, the protocol for mom. Here's our temperatures and stuff, you know, before whelp. But then when we get to this page, this is when puppies are starting to be born. We get to log everything. Yeah, and write all their information down. Then the next page is what we do every day by, you know, checking their weights and checking mama's temperature and making just pretty much a checklist of stuff. So if I were to have a helper, which I don't normally, but it's just, I'm wanting to get in the habit of this, because if I do end up getting someone to help, my sister comes over and helps me do stuff. I'm able to just have her say, hey, there's the checklist, go over, because she knows this curriculum, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so all this is just, you know, day-to-day stuff of what we're gonna do. It's called the Ultimate Badass Breeder Guide. I hate saying that. So there's another, what's the other word that they use? So another thing that they say is like an empowered breeder. So instead of this word, we're gonna say I'm an empowered breeder. So just for good language to everybody. So we're gonna go through that, make sure that we have, I went ahead and printed all them out so we're ready. Also a thing that we've got is I've got our collars. Now there's 11 different colors, and it's generic colors, not like light blue, dark blue, light pink, dark pink, you know, that type of thing. It's pretty much just regular colors, you know, that we can use. But there's 11 in each, and obviously if we don't use 11, we'll just put those to the next. But we've got those ready and set up. So these clipboards are for each litter, for each puppy. Now we've got another clipboard that's for me. This is just all in a day's work. Here's another thing just explaining why we are an empowered breeder and what we're here to do and how to raise the puppies the best we can. Pretty much just, you know, what we do, it's another thing that we see. We do this, and we believe in it, and it does a really good job. Just different things in here that checks off for us, even like our whelping cart preparation list. It's just everything we need for our whelping cart, with towels and calcium, dental floss, quick stop, heating pads, all that good stuff. A scale. It's just really nice to be able to use this curriculum. Jeanette Forey, she is amazing. If you've not heard about her, even for once you get the puppy, you know, there are some things that you can do and that we send home with our puppies. It's like the checklist for 8 to 12 weeks old, 8 to 16 weeks. Things that you need to do every day for your puppy to help, you know, build confidence and, you know, not backset. So it's pretty cool. All right, so another thing that each kennel has for each mama. Once they start, you know, pushing and laboring and all that good stuff. We have had Maya and Olivia both. I haven't seen Carol doing it yet, but both Maya and Olivia have been nesting. And nesting is where a dog will, it's like if they were in the wild, it's like their nature thing to do is to dig a hole, to get an area to get in and have their puppies. So that's what they do here. Normally we'll give them a circular dog bed or a bunch of, you know, different blankets and towels and stuff, so they can kind of just move it around. It kind of helps the body kick itself into labor. But each kennel area is going to have their own separate gloves. I have seen some breeders that actually throw away each pair of gloves for each puppy, but they're coming from the same place. So I don't, you know, cross-contaminate puppies in different litters, but I will, you know, once we, let me show you. You know, we've got this glove on like this, and once we clean the puppies up, and what I'm gonna do is just do like that, and I hang them over the side. So this is the biggest thing, is about keeping our hands clean. You know, we're not getting that on our hands, and two, obviously if our hands were super dirty, and giving it to the puppies, but we're not, you know, we're staying clean and stuff. But this is gonna be in each mama's area. We do have, so like here's our hemostats, and of course they are curved, so this is what we do, and I'll show you in our next video once we are delivering puppies, is this is how you put the umbilical cord, and then you take and you'll have your scissors and you'll cut. Again, each area, each litter is going to have their own, so it's, you know, not cross-contaminated. We've also got our suction thing, to if they've got anything in their lungs, to be able to get that out. We've got our stethoscope, which I used to work at the vet, and this is mine. It's super, super good to have if we need to. Another good thing that I like is Oral Cal, and this is just, it's a liquid calcium, you know, just like us. If we were to take medicine, you know, it's like a BC compared, if you were to have a coated pill, it's gonna take a little bit longer to absorb, so it works faster. So this is what we like to use for that, and we do that throughout each puppy, which I think helps with, you know, just moving along and keeping everything smooth. We don't do it after labor. You know, I know some people that like to do it throughout, you know, the first couple weeks and stuff like that. We only do it during delivery. So we also use Oxy-Mate. This is what we use as a prenatal. And then once puppies are born, then we like to use Oxy-Mama. And this is just some vitamins, and it's, you know, postnatal stuff to help, you know, their milk supply and all that good stuff while they're nursing their babies. So we also feed a real high quality dog food, but we also want to add some things to it. So when mamas go through labor and they are, you know, their whole body, you know, is going through labor, which is stress, if they are eating placentas, if it's their first litter and they're stressed at all, just kind of not knowing what's going on, then they might have some upset stomach. So here's some things that we use. So this is Vetri-Science, it's a probiotic. So what I actually do is I give this in with breakfast, and then in here, which is actually capsules that I've taken out, but poultry. I take out the Gastro Plus and put them in here just because it's easy for me to take them and shake them out. I do this one at dinner. So I do the Vetri-Science at morning. I do the poultry with dinner. And then on each meal, which is a different container than what it came in, but if you see, it's just a powder. It's actually like flaky, actually. But it is Firm Up powder, and I'll put a link on that so you can see what it is. But Firm Up powder, it's like, you know, pumpkin dehydrated, so all you gotta do is add a little bit of water to it, and there it is. It's in their food, but it's just easy to, it's already in a powder. You pour it over the food, add a little bit of water. You don't have to add water, but I don't like it to stick to their beard, so just put a little bit of water, they eat it right up. So another thing that we like to do all the time, before heat, during pregnancy, and after, is the fish oil. Of course, they call this stuff liquid gold, but it's, you know, just put it directly on the food. If you do have a dog that it tends to get on their beard, if you've got that long hair, if it tends to get on their beard, you put that on the dry food, add some water, and let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes, and that food will soak the water up. also with the fish oil, and it won't smell. So that's a good tip. And then Healthy Bones is another. So since I don't do the calcium, this part, after delivery, this is Healthy Bones. It's gonna give back a little bit more calcium, just since they're giving out all of that milk to the puppies. It's gonna help replenish their body. So another thing that is on our whelping cart and in our stuff, of course, we've got pee pads. You know, so what we actually do is we do let the mamas rest and do what they get to do with just, you know, nesting and all of that stuff. We don't like to get in there with them. I've found if you get in there with the moms and try to coax them and tell them that, you know, they're fine and come on, let's get labor started, it actually prolongs the whole thing. So what we like to do is just let them have their time. They're gonna want to, if you actually give them your whole house with the doors open, when it gets time to where their body kicks in and everything's starting, they're normally gonna go in the furthest room and like try to get under the bed, just like try to hide and nest and just be away and be by themselves. So what we like to do is just kind of let them do their own thing. Once we get puppies out, you know, puppies out on the ground, or pushing for that matter, I do like to be there for each puppy to come out. So once she gets it there, or if I need to help her as she's pushing, just pull a little bit to help her. I don't get excited. I don't get, you know, oh no, a puppy. I'm just super calm. You know, just I've been doing this for a long time. You know, I don't get all amped up and stuff. Of course, I am super excited that they're puppies. But, you know, if you're like freaking out, or if you do get too excited, it makes the mama be like, what's going on? What am I doing wrong? Or, you know, why are you having to help me? So, but what I like to do, and it's kind of pros and cons, is I like to let them be pushy, put the gloves on, get in there with them when it's showing that it's coming out of the birth canal, help them get it out. And I will have these pee pads down, pull it directly out, open it up on the pee pad, all that liquid, because there's tons of fluid inside of that sack with the puppy. Open it up on that, that will absorb it. Get the sack with the placenta off, as long as the puppy's breathing. If the puppy's having a hard time breathing, you want to keep that placenta connected because it's helping transfer oxygen. So puppy's out breathing, got a clear pathway, you know, get it off, clamp the cord, cut it, and then just roll it right up in here, toss it. Then all that liquid that was in that, you know, sack with her is not going to be on the mom. She don't have to worry about licking it all up and getting, you know, dirty and stinky. Now, we will give her one or two, but more than that, we seem to have it for it to be an upset stomach. And the vets say that they don't exactly need all of that. So since we're giving them dog food and stuff, we do only give about 1 or 2 placentas and we throw the rest away. Now we gotta make sure that room needs to be about 74, 76. The room, so what I will do is actually turn the heat up, or, you know, depending on what the temperature, heat or air, get it up to about 72, and then we've got our infrared heater that's in our puppy room. And what we'll do is we'll set that on 76, and it's gonna regulate that room. We just gotta make sure that we keep the door shut. Regulate that room to stay that warm, and each litter has their own heat lamp that is directed towards about half of the box for them. So they can get under there if they want to. If they get too warm, then kind of go to the side. We have it pretty high up that they're not gonna get too hot anyways being underneath of it, but they're gonna have that option. So the last thing that we have that we make sure that we set up is our live cam links. So we are here with our moms, you know, that are preparing to have puppies. So what we do is Carol and Maya are still together and Olivia's out with us. So it's, you know, the place is calm right now, nobody's too excited. We do have 3 dogs that live with us, and Olivia being a 4th right now, everybody's fine and happy, nobody's stressing, but Maya and Carol, they're happy by themselves, you know, together. So what we're gonna do is as soon as they start showing any signs of moving forward, we are gonna move that one dog their own whelping area, and that one's gonna be theirs, designated to them. We've got live cameras already set up in the kennels. We've got the links, and then we're gonna turn them on and send them to our waitlist families. So if you're not on our waitlist but interested on watching the camera links, let me know. But the live feed camera, we've got it pointed directly over the kennel. And it's zeroed in right on the kiddie pool, which they're gonna be in. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna be able to watch us in there, you're gonna be able to watch Mom, you know, clean up puppies and push out puppies and us help her and all that good stuff. So it's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be a really good experience. So pulling an all-nighter last night. I didn't get a nap in today, so I was super exhausted. Maya and Carol, their due date being today. We'll see if they do it tonight, but let's see, it's about 8:45 p.m. right now. I'm gonna get this video uploaded for you guys. I'm gonna try to take a nap before they get started. So wish us luck. So here's Maya and Carol. Hey Carol. So let's take a peek at their bellies. Well, this girl is pretty big. So I went ahead and weighed her again today, and she was 34 pounds. So that's a good 10 pounds, you know, 10 pounds, a little bit more. So I can't wait to see how many babies she's got in there. So here's Miss Carol, and I didn't think that she looked that big, but I weighed her again today too, and she's 43 pounds. So that's right there is also another 10 pounds and some. So it just doesn't look as big on her since she's a bigger dog. What do you think, Carol? Were you embarrassed I was showing your stuff? Yeah. So they're love bugs. They just love each other so much. Hey, girlfriend. There. Yeah. Yeah. Miss Carol. And Miss Maya. Got a belly on you, girl. Here's Miss Olivia. We want to see. She's big too. So when I weighed her, she was 36 pounds. Yeah, baby. Like and subscribe to see our upcoming videos.